Nonsensical means something does not make sense. So there are a multitude of religious practices and rituals that would not make sense to people outside that religion. What does not make sense does not necessarily mean that it is wrong. For me to see a Jew turning a rooster around his head to transfer his sins to that rooster, hardly makes sense. But to him there is virtue in what he is doing. To see Muslims visiting the Kaaba and throwing stones at the devil at Mina, an ancient pagan practice adopted by Islam, does not make sense. But to the person who is doing it, it has virtue. He has traveled thousands of miles to get to a place where he can do this. In that sense, all religions have nonsensical beliefs. Beliefs that others may not fully understand. Educated Jews, Christians and Muslims often suspend logic in favor of these beliefs. Non-Christians often discredit Christianity for the nonsensical beliefs and stories in the Old Testament. The Old Testament is Jewish scripture. Strictly speaking, the New Testament is Christian scripture written by Christians. None of the writers of the Old Testament were Christians, they were Jews. There are nonsensical beliefs in all three Abrahamic religions, and although Jews and Muslims will jump onto the bandwagon to point out nonsensical beliefs in Christianity, there are just as many, if not more, nonsensical beliefs in the other two religions. There is a saying that those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Christians, Jews and Muslims live in glass houses. However, having said that, as a Christian myself, I am not afraid to point out what I personally believe is nonsensical in Christianity. What I find nonsensical in Christianity is the follows. The Catholic practice of venerating, worshipping Mary as the Mother of God, and as the Queen of Heaven, and directing prayers to her, as well as praying to dead Catholic saints. No matter how much of explanations I hear from Catholics, I simply fail to understand this. The Catholic and Protestant belief in the Trinity and the dogmatic argument of Trinitarians that the authors of the New Testament believed and wrote about the Trinity. Christian scholars are agreed that the Trinity is a late development in Christianity and became Christian orthodoxy in the 4th century. The belief in one God in three persons and that Jesus being equal to, and made of the same, substance of YHWH is something that I fail to understand.